I know. Oh my God. And it is live streaming. Woohoo. We are live streaming to Facebook too. So this is pretty exciting for me that I actually got this to work. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. I am so excited, Nicole. I cannot wait for this. I know. It's so cool, Debbie.
It's so awesome. So amazing to see so many names popping up and people already joining in.
I know. I love this. Okay, now I can close down now that I know Facebook went up, I'm all ready to go and I don't have to multitask. Well, everybody, welcome to the Indie Vapour Fall Skincare. But listen, we all know we're here for the makeup tips because I know, well, I never thought I would come to one of these events and start my event with no makeup on.
True. It is a little strange.
Things that I get to do with this job. But no, I am so excited because I know from our polls, it's very different doing our makeup for every day versus doing makeup for Zoom. And I cannot wait to learn all the tips and tricks from you. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to tell you who I am. So ta-da, guess what? You probably don't recognize me without my makeup, but I'm Indie. Guys, I'm Indie Lee. I'm the CEO and founder of Indie Lee Skincare. I am so excited to be doing this. I am beyond honored to be able to share the sort of virtual stage with Nicole, who is Vapour Beauty's national makeup artist. So welcome, Nicole.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Skincare is like one of my favorite parts in a makeup application because I love skin to look really natural and I just like skin to look like skin. So I'm super excited to learn some more like detailed tips about giving myself a whole like spa routine first. So yes.
And that's the thing. Like I'm all for makeup optional skin. I'm somebody who you know me, Nicole. I don't wear foundation typically, but I do love an eye, like a poppy, smoky eye. But quite frankly, I'm not very good at it. And we all know I love a bold lip.
That's my favorite too.
So I cannot wait to be able to know how to do this way better than I have been. But I thought before we even get started, and for everybody, you can ask questions in the let me give you a little rundown of how to use this, and then I plan to make a little cheers toast. But for those of you who are new to Crowdcast, and I know it's a pain in the butt to log in, but once you get here, the water is fine. We are recording this, so we will let you know on our social media channels when they're up on YouTube, etc., wherever we'll be posting it. But a little bit about how you can. Now I can see and hear you both. Okay, it was a little laggy. I'm sorry, but Vinny, it might be your connection. Down at the bottom of your screen, you'll see something that says "Ask a Question." So feel free to populate that with any questions you have for Nicole or I. I will also be monitoring the chat, so feel free to chat as well, and I'll be watching. As I told Nicole when we were talking about this, do not worry, I'm a pro at watching the questions, answering and talking at the same time, which is actually pretty amazing because I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. I can do, probably because I'm sitting in a seat. We have some polls, which is just basically, hey, who's new to Indie? Who's new to Vapour? Just kind of fun. I don't think you guys have analytics. That's probably me to learn how this went. And that's basically it. So just if you have questions, please do not hesitate to chat. And ladies and gentlemen, we have some stars in the house too. I believe that Krisha and Christine are here in the audience, the two co-founders of Vapour Beauty. They are watching, they are here. So be sure to at them and say, oh, and happy birthday to you, Jamie Miracle. So be sure to chat Christine and Krisha here as well. They're in the chat too. And now I just called them out and they're like, great, now I can't sneak out. I have to actually watch Indie and Nicole. But definitely feel that you guys can chat them as well. Thank you, Jamie. I am very excited because Saturday I am celebrating my 49th birthday.
Yay, that's awesome.
I thought I was 20. I know, and it is the skincare, but I am, you know what? Everyone's like, I can't believe you tell people. And I look good good for my age. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I feel like it's always kind of fun to share that information.
Yeah, you know what? Share the skin, share the love, and more
Absolutely.
importantly, love the skin you're in. So, on that vein, I know you guys wait for it. My team is going to be so impressed with this. Right?
I'm very impressed.
What?
Yeah, gorgeous.
That's
so beautiful.
right.
I don't have any clear glasses, so I'm using this beautiful little constellation mug that a friend made.
Okay, well, yours is handmade, but I did make the cocktail. So ta-da! Oh wait, before I drink, I'm like, oh, let me drink. Cheers to all of you out there, and I see from all over the United States. Cheers to spending an evening with us to learn a little bit more about how to take care of yourself and to love the skin you're in and how you look on Zoom. So cheers, guys. Cheers, Nicole. Thank you for doing this with me.
We're so happy that everyone is here.
Guys, are you not impressed? My team, look at this.
That's also like one of the most beautiful strawberries I think I've seen. So
yeah, okay. So truth is, I was picking through the strawberries to make sure I got a good looking one.
How you got to do it. It's beautiful.
So again, a little bit of runner show. I'm going to quickly walk you through, prepping your skin and talking very briefly about fall transition. And then I am passing the mic, or should I say the foundation brush, to Nicole. And she's going to walk us through how to do, fall makeup and look fantastic wearing Vapour products. Just FYI, because I know if you're not like me, I do this all the time. I really want to know how to do the makeup. So screw Indie. Let's go over to Vapour. But I did, just to let you know. So Nicole and I prepped our faces in advance. So shout out to my soothing cleanser, right?
Lovingness.
So I was a brightening cleanser gal, and I swore that I would never cheat on it. And then we had the purifying face wash, and I fell in love. And I was like, sorry, brightening cleanser, there's a new cleanser in town. And then now I left that one high and dry, and I'm obsessed with the soothing cleanser. Anyways, my skin is changing, probably because I'm almost 50, but like surface dryness and texture. And there are PHAs in this, as well as oak kernel oil. And it just does a really great job of nourishing my skin and leaving it smooth. But what I love, it's not stripping.
Yeah.
The scent is really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And it removes all my makeup. So loving this. And then I did do, hello to Florida. I did do our Resurfacing, Awaken Resurfacing mask.
This is one of my favorite products that you make. This is incredible.
Isn't it great?
It's so good.
I love that it's what I now call it is my 5 minutes from go to glow. So you just put this on a cleansed face for 5 minutes, rinse it off, and that's all you need. Well, that's not all you need, but like it's really thin.
Yeah, it spreads really nicely.
Really nicely. Exactly. Like that's how thin it should be on your skin. Oh, thank you. See, she's way better.
Seriously, I love this one. Masks are like my favorite skincare product. And I like that it's not a drying type of clay mask. I was trying to describe it to my friends, but it really, I like how it exfoliates, but it doesn't strip your skin. So that's the one that I like to use when I want to look extra perfect.
You know what I love? And I'll even put it on so you guys can see how light I put it on my skin. I mean, you can barely see it. But that's how light I put it on. And in 5 minutes. So I can go ahead and put this on in the morning and then brush my teeth. And then I'm ready to remove it. Or I'll go in the shower and I'll rinse it off in the shower.
Yeah.
Or, well, I don't go out anymore since we're in the pandemic. But when we are allowed out again, this is like perfect for date night or party prep because it's like in 20 minutes. Like our clearing mask, you need 20 plus minutes for it. This is 5 minutes and you're ready.
And you get such a radiance like immediately, which is what I really like.
Look how radiant we look. I did this before I came on.
Exactly, me too.
I don't have a bowl of water here, but now that I have this, I'm going to remove it with our Coq10 Toner. Okay, so I cleanse every morning. I will exfoliate or I will tone. And
yes.
Oh, the name of the mask is the Awaken Resurfacing Mask. Is our Coq10 Toner For those of you who are longtime Indie Lee fans, this is probably one of our best sellers. I yeah, I mean, I use it during the day as an essence, but I do use it as a true. Hold on, I got my little reusable pad. I do use it as like a wipe off toner. So for me, prepping my skin right now, I'll spray it, and then I'll take one of those reusable cotton pads. Everybody goes, "Oh, where'd you get the reusable cotton pad?" Um, there's this really cool website called Amazon, and that is where I got it from. Like, this is Amazon? Yes. Uh, so, and then by the way, never forget when you're toning, whether you're using a serum, moisturizing, etc. Do not forget your neck.
Let me spray my neck.
And then always back of hands. And if you didn't believe that putting serum and moisturizing the back of your hands does anything, well, let me show you what gorgeous. I mean, not bad, right?
Your hands look so much more hydrated than mine do because I never do that. And I'm always sanitizing like between makeup. So I have such dry hands.
I'm telling you. So like you could even use the toner on it, the masks on it. So I cleanse, I tone or exfoliate. And then I start with serums. Yes.
Okay.
I love it. People like never neglect the hands. Yes. Okay. Then after you cleanse, you tone or exfoliate.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go in with my serums. I use 2 serums. I'm kind of bougie and extra like that. So I use the stem cell serum.
Okay. But do you layer them?
I do. So I put the stem cell serum on first.
Okay.
I have it here. Just so in case I have everything over there. So I pop off screen. That's what's happening. Hopefully we're entertaining all of you by now.
I know, hopefully.
I'll take 1 or 2 drops of the stem cell serum.
Okay.
Press it in, neck. I can't get to my chest. And then back of my hands.
Okay.
This one has stem cells of echinacea. It's got it has seaweed extract. It has sodium hyaluronate. It's got apple extract and also has bamboo. I mean, this thing is a powerhouse.
I love using that one in the evening. I feel like it just really kind of makes my skin feel super silky and smooth. That one and the squalane oil.
Oh,
yeah. I've definitely gone through one of these already.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I think I'm squalane stem cell for serum. Right? Let's try to write that one on the ballot. And that's all about as political as I'll get. And so because I love, Nicole, I'm a squalane fan. And I think people have called me the squalane queen, which
I believe it.
I'll wear that crown. I'm good with it. I use our Daily Vitamin Infusion. Our Daily Vitamin, Daily Vitamin Infusion has squalane in it. The squalane facial oil is derived 100% from olives. This one is sugar, but it also has vitamins A, C, and E. Whoops, put a little bit.
Okay.
It's got rosemary extract in it, so high in antioxidants. It's got squalane. It's a serum oil, which I love. So you can use washes with this.
Okay.
Because you can put it on, you will get that great glide. You can see you'll see my skin's glowy, but I assure you there's no touch of vision here. But it's not oily. It absorbs so fast. But you know what I love about this one is it has, and then I have hands, don't forget. It has ceramides in it, plant ceramides. So y'all are worried about maskne. And everybody's reading ceramides. Daily Vitamin Infusion, plant ceramides. And
it has like a cushiony feeling. I feel like my skin feels, it gives like that barrier of protection.
Ceramides. And that's what's so great for everybody now who, listen, the truth is we all are wearing masks, I'm hoping. And it's so important to protect that skin. Yeah. And so, I mean, I'm layering this every day. It's the stem cell serum, and then I put the Daily Vitamin Infusion. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I'm not young anymore. I just play young on television. I go in with, hold on, serums. Almost forgot. Mm-hmm. Is our Awaken eye serum.
Yes.
I would think that I would be. Whoops. There we go, folks. I'm getting better.
So lightweight.
Yep. Oh, aloha.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Here because I love Indie's product. Oh,
Yay.
oh, thank you, Teal. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so ring finger, right?
Okay.
Just a little tiny bit. This has horse chestnut, mountain ash bud, spirulina, arnica, chamomile, sodium hyaluronate, vitamin E, and I go all the way around. And then any extra, my 11, because I got it. And then I even put it around my lips.
That's a good tip.
So, and what I love, and I'm sure, Nicole, you can see it, it dries down so fast that by the time I'm ready to sit down and start my makeup, I'm ready. Like I don't have to worry for it to absorb in. And then after you do your serums, you typically moisturize.
Let's see. I have two here. I have the daily skin nutrition, and I have the oil-free.
Oh, the active oil-free. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's actually Tanya's favorite. So
let me try this one for today, just because I feel like with all the serums and everything like that, I want something a little bit lighter.
Right. Yep. And so the active oil-free is fantastic because it's very high in antioxidants, right? And again, no oil, but what I love about it also, especially as we're doing a makeup prep, it has a little bit of a matter dry down to it.
Oh, I can feel that.
Really perfect for makeup application. But like I said, I need as much moisture as possible. So I go in with my superfruit facial serum, which is, like I said, it's a superfruit facial, superfruit smoothie for your face. You've got acai, pomegranate in it, acerola, sodium hyaluronate, AHAs, and antioxidants, and oh my God, plant peptides. So like this thing is like jam-packed for women like myself.
That's awesome. I haven't tried that one yet, but I feel like that's a really great piece for like going into the colder seasons when your skin is going to really want all that moisture.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then
we are like, when I turn my head into the light, I just see that glow, you know? I'm excited.
Not bad. Like, yeah, of course I have wrinkles, but I'm not
looking good.
Yeah. I'm okay with where I'm at this point. Although I'd really love to put on some makeup so I'm not sitting here in front of 60 of my closest friends with no makeup.
Well, let's go. Let's start off with, I would say let's finish the prep with Lux.
Oh, I got that.
Because I know that we both, our favorite thing is bold lipstick.
Yes.
We both like really bright, bold lips. So
Lux.
It's amazing. It's organic. It's USDA certified. And I like to start with this. That way, by the time that I'm ready to actually do lipstick, it's kind of sunken in a little bit. There's jojoba oil in here, which is really, really soothing. And the plum and the apricot and the fig is what you're smelling. And all of those are completely natural scents. It hasn't been scented. Everything is organic in there. So really, really nourishing for the lips. So now that our complexion is like prepped really, really nicely, I do want to give it a second because we're going to be layering primer, and I want to talk to everybody about primer, and we're also going to be layering on like foundation in bits and pieces. And I'm going to show you some tips like with mask wearing. I also don't like to do a full face of foundation, but I do like to perfect parts of my skin. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that because I know that's something that you would probably be interested in, and I would hope that everyone else has, you know, some interest in that as well.
Yeah.
So what we're going to start off with, I feel like if we're going to do a smoky eye, when I'm teaching that, I like to start out with it first, just in case you make a mistake, you don't have any, you know, foundation or concealer or whatever on your skin. So if it drops down, if it gets messy, you don't ruin.
A blush brush. Why have I not been doing that? I am always putting on my foundation, not my foundation, but my concealer first.
Right.
Or if I am using foundation, I put that on first and do all that other, and then I do my eyes, and then I'm sitting.
And then no matter how careful that you are, if it drops down into here and then you try to clean it away, you're going to end up with like these dirty looking smudges.
Or then I have to redo my concealer and then it gets cakey.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
What the heck was I not? For those who asked me where I got my shirt, because I did see the question, it's actually the people who did my video. This is their company called Good Company, and they had a shirt. And I'm like, it's so on brand for me.
I love it.
So I always get that. Where'd you get the shirt?
That's super cute. I like that we're both comfy today too. It's starting to feel like fall here. So I love that.
Okay, I'm ready.
So we're going to start off with our eye definer pencil in Smolder. And this is actually a gift with purchase, guys. So keep that in mind. That
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, totally forgot that at the end of this, you will be getting a code, which I really hope I remember, but you know.
I got it.
Okay, good. And so when you buy off of our sites, etc., over a certain purchase, you will be getting the, on our site, you're going to be getting the Vapour eyeliner and mascara, which is my holy grail. That is the only mascara you're ever going to need. And then on Vapour site, you're going to be getting our Awaken eye serum. So
which is also amazing. So I just want to tell you guys that in case you are interested, you'll get this as a gift with purchase. So you can learn how to use it here. But I'm going to show you a one-step Smokey Eye, like a one-product Smokey Eye. And then I'll show you how to add a little bit more because I think that the Smokey Eye basic that I'm going to start off with is really good for an in-person sort of thing. So I know, Indy, that you had the question of like when you're online or when you're on Zoom, no matter what you do, it doesn't seem to like show up the way that it does in real life.
And then
Not you.
I honestly feel like I'm looking, I go and I'm like, oh, I'm going to get on a Zoom or I'm going to be filming something. And I feel like I have so much makeup on that it's like more than I'll ever wear. And then I get on the Zoom and I'm like, did my makeup did I lose it somewhere between my bedroom and the camera? I don't understand. It's not there.
Exactly. And that's something that happens to everybody. Makeup will film and photograph about 30% less. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. You have to decide, like, when we're at home, you're not really seeing anybody. So go ahead, add a little bit more depth, add a little bit more dimension, go a little bit darker. When you're in person, obviously you can tell what that looks like, but makeup will photograph and film 30% less than it shows up on you. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind.
So I'm going in on the little bit of the drag level of makeup on this.
Yeah, experiment. You got to go for it.
Experimenting tonight. I'm going to figure this out.
Okay.
I'm
cool.
ready.
So
I'm like ready to write this down with my pencil.
I'll send you notes.
Okay, thank gosh.
And just in case you guys start hearing any little yips or bounces, my dog is with me right next to me, and she really wants to play with a tennis ball right now. So I apologize if you start hearing squeaking or noises.
No, but here's the thing, Nicole, that's what this is about. And everybody who's on here knows this is real life. And the coolest thing about this pandemic is that people are getting to see us differently. I mean, you're in my home. I lit my candle. I'm hoping somebody will tell me. I told Nicole, if all of a sudden everything goes up in flames, please tell me I have a fire behind me.
Yep.
But that's just it. Like, you know what? My daughter either one of my daughters might come in asking me something, even though I put a note saying, don't even think about it. So if your dog wants to come up on screen, your dog comes up on screen. Like,
honestly, it's like her favorite time when I'm sitting down to film or when I'm sitting down to have meetings. She's like, oh, mom is in the living room. I can just sit right here and, hang out. So she'll probably be around a little bit.
No problem. I'm all for it, and I'm sure everybody else is here too.
Cool. So let us start with our Smokey Eye. And the biggest tip that I love to use for pencils as a Smokey Eye is use this as your shadow base. It can be your one step, which we're going to do, and then I'll show you how to like intensify it. But the best way to use these is as like a cream shadow. So you want to draw it onto the back of your hand.
Okay. First of all, she's doing this, and I'm like, I can't even see what I'm doing.
Okay.
And then, right?
Yeah, you want to get like a good amount.
Okay, I'm going to go like this so I can see what I'm doing.
And you're going to need to probably do it a couple of times.
Okay. I got this. I'm with you.
Take a rounded shadow brush. This is our all over shadow brush, but any
which one rounded brush. All over. Okay, the all over one. Okay, yep. I got it.
Which is also my favorite brush for concealer. And you're going to dip.
And all these nuggets, guys. I'm absolutely.
I'll show you how to do that afterwards.
Thank you,
You're going to dip in.
For making sure I did this. Okay. All right, I'm dipping in. All right.
And now you're going to start to build out your shape.
Okay.
So smoky eyes can be different on everyone. You can either like place it more in the center and fade out to the inner and outer corners. You can place it more on the outer edge and fade it in as you go out. That's totally up to you. You can make just the lash line dark.
For my age and for my eye shape.
Okay, so for you, what I would say is something that's like nice and smoky near the lash line. That's where I would want your darkest color to be. I would fade upward, so it's going to get less intense as you go up the lid, but you are going to want a little bit of intensity right on that outermost edge.
Okay.
I wouldn't put the darkest area like right in here because that can close off the eye a little bit. I think that looks really pretty on people with really big round eyes. I also have kind of like a smaller, more almondy shape eye. So I like to put my darker color close to the lash line and in the outer corner.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to follow your lead.
Okay, cool. So I am picking up the color.
Like, this is the best tip ever.
It honestly, it like takes all
I don't think I've ever done my makeup on a Zoom before like this. Although someone just said, hold on, I'm taking it. Don't worry, guys. I'm not getting makeup. I'm not naked here. Like, this is a family-friendly show, but I can't do it with a jacket. Oh, she's a mirror. She's cheating. She didn't tell me that. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I do my makeup so close whenever I do on video.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you're already putting shape in there, and guys, this takes like 2 seconds. So you're building up in the outer corner, and then I like to kind of come towards the center a little bit. But I didn't pick up any extra.
I love that because it's from the crayon, it's not falling. There's no fall off.
Which is also a really great thing if you're in a rush, because a pencil is never going to kind of create that mess for you. So you can just throw it on. It's done. It's one product.
This is amazing.
And so what we were talking about before with things not showing up as much, when you layer any cream, so it can be a cream blush, a cream bronzer, a cream eye, whatever. If you layer a cream under a powder, it's going to make it much more intense just automatically. So when I was doing wedding makeup all the time, I never just used one type of product, like just a powder eyeshadow. I would always layer something a little bit more creamy or tacky underneath, and then you set. You want to like layer things.
It'll stick to it.
The longer that you want something to last, the more that you do like these really sheer watercolor like layers. So if you want to intensify more, I would draw another little section onto the back of your hand. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush just so I can get in there.
Okay, hold on. So if I wanted to be more intense, I could go a little because, I'm extra. Okay, so wait, now I go in with my other one, right?
Yeah, the crease brush works really nicely to get a little bit more intensity.
Okay. Guys, is she not amazing? This is just incredible. Okay.
And you can do this with any pencil color. And this is the same tip I would tell you guys. If you have a really hard time doing liquid liner, draw your pencil on the back of your hand and use an angled brush, and that's how you do your liquid liner or liquid liner. It'll look like it. Look at you. You got some color in there.
Look at that, guys. Like, you can see I have color. They're like, oh, yeah, we see it, Indie.
And it's okay if it gets a little bit messy because you can go ahead and clean it up with a Q-tip afterwards. But, just use different size brushes to get into different areas of the eye. So I'm just going to darken the outer corner because that's where I like my smoky eye to be. And then I'm going to take the same brush with what's left over on my hand, and I'm just going to run it under the outer section of the eye a little bit. And that is one product.
This is awesome.
It's just on there, but it looks like there's a gradient, and it's just because of how we blended.
Yeah,
but you're using
better, but I definitely haven't done this ever. So
no, it looks really good. And what I like about it is then you can use your actual skin tone, because a lot of people, like I have a little bit of I would say like a orangey-ish warm kind of natural eyelid discoloration. And I love that because you can use it to your advantage. Don't conceal out your eyelids because you can use that as like a shadow color. And I think a lot of people will like bring their concealer all the way up underneath their eye to cover up all the darkness. But if you have darkness really close to your lash line, use it as an eyeshadow because you're going to put something there anyway.
Well, I'm going out.
Yep.
Look, like,
and just, you can add, we're going to add a little bit of shadow onto that in a second, but look at that.
Incredible.
It's already showing up.
Everyone's like, this is fascinating. And they're like, I cannot believe I'm watching two people put makeup on. And I
Let
signed
me
up
know
for
if you
this.
guys have questions. Like,
Yeah.
let us know
guys,
if you have
ask
questions.
questions because, oh my God, so funny. Where do people really love my shirt. First time ever doing something like this. Excited from Connecticut. Yay. Okay.
So someone else said, oh, Nada said that she likes to look at her phone camera while applying Zoom makeup so she can see what it looks like on camera. That's a really good tip.
Isn't that amazing? I love that.
Or just like taking a picture before you go on will give you a good idea of what it's going to look like.
Yep. I love this.
So I'm going to try to.
What are you doing? I'm like so busy.
I'm just catching up because I'm super slow when I do my makeup. I'm just doing my other eye.
Oh, I'm like, what? Wait, what?
No, you're good.
I'm not there. I don't know where she's going.
You are totally good.
Yeah, guys, please ask questions of Nicole or myself on any of the products that you wanted to. Like, I'm happy to answer any of the questions that I can. Obviously,
I will say that if you try this at home and you have a problem, it could be because you're using a waterproof eye pencil. So these pencils are really, really creamy and they're super easy to blend out. They're really smoky. They actually come with a smudger end. But if you're using
the smudger, like,
oh yeah, you can use a smudger. The smudger will kind of like clean up a little bit of it too. I think if you want it to be more intense, using a brush will give you more intensity, whereas using the smudger will make it a little bit more sheer. So that's just personal preference.
Got it. Oh, you know what I just realized I was doing? Well, guys, in case you ever want to know what an eyebrow pencil looks like on your as eyeshadow. Yep, I was using the wrong thing. Okay.
It's okay. I use the eyebrow pencils as
hers looks like darker than I do. Yep. Just want to let you know, guys, I did it wrong already.
I didn't even know.
Nicole, your hair is so shiny. What brand do you? I love ask all the questions.
I use Evolve, the volume edition. It's a shampoo and then it is like a spray because I like my hair to be big and poofy. But Evolve has been amazing. And they're natural and clean and all that kind of stuff too. Cool. Okay, so we have this base done. Let's keep moving on because I want to show you guys some more things. I'm going to show you how to spice it up just a little bit. So if we want to add one other color into the eye, my favorite right here is from this quad, which is our archetype quad. And
by the way, look at how nice hers look. You could tell mine gets used a lot more.
this one is brand new for today.
By the way, I just saw someone ask the question about spirulina. It's a beautiful antioxidant. That's why it's in the Awaken. Sorry, guys, I didn't see it. Okay, go ahead. So tell us about the quad.
So this one is kind of like a reddish brown and it has some sparkle to it that you can't really see on the camera, yep. But I'm just going to tap my finger into it and I'm going to press it right onto the lid. Yep. And if you use your finger, you're going to get more pigment. And because we're so nice and moisturized, any oils from our hand is also going to make this a little bit more metallic, a little bit more shiny. And that's just going to give a slightly different finish, which is kind of how I like to play with makeup, as if they're all different textures, different finishes. So you could be using like the same color, but the finishes will give you different effects.
Oh, wow.
And it shows up. You can see it on both of us.
Look at that.
Beautiful. All right, so let's do some mascara and then we'll go on to the skin because I want to focus on complexion. Okay. But this mascara is amazing. It is the super cool formula and brush. Hold on, let me get this one.
Right, I have my. By the way, for any of you who want to know, yes, the eyebrow pencil works as a great primer for your eyeshadow too, since I did it. Are you using the smolder or ink color?
Smolder. Smolder is like this warm brown, which is my favorite to use. You can definitely use ink if you want to. And then if you use ink, which is black, go ahead and try putting like a dark purple shadow or a dark blue shadow. We have those in our eye quads. If you put those deep jewel tone colors over a black pencil, then you're going to get this really multi-dimensional, sultry, just like juicy looking eye. So I love that.
And Taylor, I know you were very curious about mine because I did such a great job. I used I don't know what I used. I used the wrong thing. Oh, wait, no, I did. I used Smolder. Oh, thank God. I thought I used, never mind, guys. I used the right thing.
You use the right thing?
Yeah, thank God. Oh, I forgot about.
No, I love Thriller.
Yeah.
No worries.
How long lasting is the eyeliner? Will I need to reapply several times during the day? That's a great question because that is an issue for me.
That is a good question because I feel like everyone is different and it really depends on what skincare you're using. The more things that have like a heavy, or not even a heavy, just like a good percentage of oil really close to the eye, it can break down other products with oil. So this pencil does have oil in it as well to keep your eyes really hydrated and keep things gliding on really nicely. So sometimes what I'll do if I want it to last for a really long time is I'll do all my skincare and then I'll take a tissue and just kind of absorb any extra oil or skincare products that are sitting around my eye. If you're using something like the eye serum, that dries down beforehand.
Super quick.
So you won't really have a problem with that one. When I am using like true oils near the eye though, you have to be careful. The other thing that you can do is just setting it with a color that's the same thing in a powder will make it last a lot longer.
Got it. Okay, so a couple of things that I'm seeing here. For makeup skincare, can you help with dark spots and above upper lip wrinkles, please? So Kathy, just so you know, also with dark spots, hyperpigmentation is always going to depend on genetics, darkness, and depth. So I always say, you know, obviously speak to a dermatologist about them because at some point, like I have these over here and I can use all the serums and exfoliate and using products with glycolic in it and using our stem cell and squalane. However, they've been so deep from medication that I've been on that the only thing I can do is obviously have a dermatologist laser them off. So just know that, yes, while you can use products like our stem cell and obviously exfoliating, depending on genetics and depth and darkness, it could be far beyond what a skincare product is going to be able to do. Another question I saw, favorite eyelash curler. Is there a difference?
Oh my gosh, there's such a huge difference. And I actually didn't know that really. I mean, I knew that, but I didn't know it for myself until this year. I had always been using pretty cheap eyelash curlers because I didn't really think that there was a huge difference. And then I tried the Surratt one, which is definitely more expensive, but it is really, really nice. And for someone who has me, who has lashes that like stick straight down, my lashes do not hold a curl very easily and they naturally just kind of point downwards. The Surratt one works really well. I did a super quick job because I don't want to like waste your time watching me curl my lashes. But if I wanted to curl my lashes, you would curl and then you would hold at the base and you would tilt it upwards like this and you would crimp a couple times. You want to do this before mascara. If you're doing like heavy eyelash curling after mascara and the mascara is still damp, you risk ruining your eyelashes. But you do want to kind of, you go in, you tilt it and you crimp a little bit. The thing that I love about this with a lash curler is that even if you're curling a ton with a lash curler and maybe, you know, you're really getting in there, this has castor oil in it. There's acacia flower wax in it. And castor oil specifically is something that's going to strengthen the lashes and just really nourish them. So I went in and I got a lash lift. I love getting lash lifts because my eyelashes are so straight. And
I've heard of that before.
Oh my God, that's a whole nother conversation. It's amazing. It's basically like a perm for your lashes. And I had been using this. This was like last year. And the lady who was perming them, she took off the solution and she was looking at my lashes. She's like, oh my God, what kind of serum do you use for your lashes? Because they're so thick and so strong and so healthy, even after I just put like this perming solution on your eyelashes. And I don't use anything except for this, and this has the castor oil in it.
I swear by, honestly, guys, I'm so excited that Vapour decided to do this as your GWP. It is by far my favorite mascara of all times. And I've tried everything because my issue with mascara is that it usually look like a raccoon from it.
Yeah.
Like it just, I have oily eyes. Yay. And as a result, it's always all around my face. And this lasts, I mean, and I was on chemo for 4 years for my rheumatoid arthritis. So I lost a lot of my eyelashes, but I feel like they're healthier now. And now I know it's because of the castor oil. That's amazing.
It's really cool. And I've definitely noticed a difference. So I think that's a really fun thing with that one. But now
you guys are hysterical. How do you spell Surratt? I've seen it 3 times, and Christine's like 3 spellings, 1 brand. I love it. Okay, here's another question. That's why does concealer or foundation sit into the lines? Is that a problem with the makeup or the skincare you used first? That's a great question.
That's a complicated question. Because, and I love the way that Indy, you answered like the dark spot question, because topical skincare can do a lot for you, but it's not a magic wand. Topical makeup can do a lot for you, but it again, is not a magic wand. But if you think about a line, right? I mean, I have very little forming, but I have like a couple. So I have. Well,
feel free to demonstrate on mine. I've got plenty for you here.
Right in here and right in here. I mean, everybody gets in there. But when you're moving, right, the skin is opening and closing really minutely. So no matter what you're doing, if you're laying something on top of that, the warmth of your skin, your body heat is going to mix up the product, and that's just going to kind of move into where something is opening and closing. It's just going to kind of run in there naturally. And that's not something that you want to happen like all the time, and you can prep for it. So using things that aren't too heavy on the skin, makeup and skincare wise, letting your skincare sink in first.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Plumping everything
up. Do everything, and then they're like, okay, put that on the makeup. Like, go do something.
You got to do something else.
Yeah, like do your hair. You know, give it time, let it sink in. Because also think about it, your skincare is part of this whole routine, right? That is important about taking care of the health of your skin. If you're just doing that and then putting makeup on top of it, you're most of the time, you're probably just moving the serums and the moisturizers around in your makeup.
Exactly.
Let it absorb.
And do its job. Like you want it to then plump up the skin because then you'll have less of that settling issue. The other thing I think is kind of important is, and actually we're going to get into that right now, so this is perfect timing, only apply foundation or concealer where you need it. I think a lot of people feel like because something is a foundation, they need to put it all over the face.
I always thought that because
I always thought that too. You totally don't. If your skin is even and if it's pretty good in certain areas, leave that alone because it's less product to move around. If you have no discoloration or redness where your lines are.
This is where I have it right here.
Yeah, don't put foundation there because there's nothing for you to actually cover. And if there's nothing for you to cover, putting product on top of that area could make it look worse than if you just left it alone. So if there's nothing to cover, if there's nothing to fix, use your skincare, use your primer. We have some amazing, amazing primers. The matte smoothing, we have gentle illuminating, we have our Essential Daily. These will help kind of smooth and kind of get rid of the look of fine lines or pores and give a little bit of like a light reflectiveness. So the light bounces out of those areas.
Makes your skin look more luminous, and more luminous skin is younger looking skin.
Exactly. I'm going to use a little bit
on that. And another question we got was any specific skincare for products for oily skin, especially under makeup? Yeah. The product that Nicole was using, that active oil-free moisturizer, is absolutely the perfect product for people who have oily skin. Again, it gives you that little bit of that matte dry down, but there's no extra oil, even though I'm an oil person for oily skin. But that is a great prep for makeup. So I would say the active oil-free moisturizer would be perfect for that. And thank you, Sarah. I just saw that you love the video that I did with Emily. That's right. I went on TikTok. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting all these questions. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Cool. So I just put on a little bit of the matte smoothing primer, and I have super, super dry skin. but I like to mix up using serums and oils with some more mattifying like primer and moisturizers, because I think trying to regulate that oil and dry level is what keeps your makeup on. So the matte smoothing primer, even though I have dry skin, it just smooths and blurs and fills in the pores really nicely, but it's not going to dry you out. It's going to give you kind of a soft matte finish that anyone can wear. So that's what I prepped with.
I don't have that one here.
That's okay.
Trisha and Christine, I don't have that product.
Check that out. It's an amazing one.
And as you're starting to prep that, get that ready. Another thing I just always say, learn to love your skin. And that's what I said before we even started. Like, love the skin you're in, and don't think it. I understand self-confidence, but start to truly love your skin and how you look, even if you don't have makeup. For me, makeup is self-expression. Don't think of it as covering it up. Each one of you is so individually beautiful, and start to believe, like, in your heart that use it for artistic expression.
Totally.
Don't think about that you have to cover yourself up, people. I mean, my gosh, I always say we're all perfectly imperfect, imperfectly perfect, or either or. Love the skin you're in. I think I should trademark that.
I love that.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's great. I love that. So you can pick whatever primer that works well for you. So we have our Essential Daily, which is like a really good everyday. It balances with the humidity in the air. So if you're too dry, too oily, it'll kind of adjust. We have the Gentle Illuminating, which is super, super hydrating. Great for really sensitive skin, great for more mature skin. It's also color correcting, which I really like. And then the mattifying one, which is what I used. And all of those are amazing. And if you guys have more questions at the end, we can absolutely answer those. But what I did was put a little bit of the Soft Focus foundation on the back of my hand. And I want to show you that you can apply it with the foundation brush, or you can apply it with the all over shadow brush. Now I have two. So Indy, I would say don't use the all over shadow brush.
It's not going to be a good look if I do.
Yeah, that's not going to work. So I figured if you want to show the foundation, and I'll show it with this brush.
Okay, I'm using, I hope this is the right color. It's the Soft Focus, but I don't know if it's the right color, but who cares?
So where I get red, and where I would say to start, as most women get red there, most people in general, is like towards around the nose is an area that people get red. So I'm just going to start using, and this is shade 112. I'm going to start using it around the nose. I like to brighten up a little bit the center of the chin. I don't put anything on my forehead because my bangs cover that area. And again, like if you're putting foundation there, it's just going to get sweaty because your hair is covering it. So the less that you have to do, the longer your makeup is going to last. I also have some marks right in here.
Oh, I got marks.
So I'm going to add a little bit right there. But
I never thought about that, like that you couldn't. Am I using this brush correctly?
Yeah, so you're just
like a stipple. Oh,
you stipple and then
guys, I knew that term.
And I'm going to actually show you too. So I love to place with smaller brushes. I'm going to go underneath the eyes a little bit. So you can, I'm using Soft Focus. You can use the Velvet Glow as a under eye concealer. You want to use just a little bit of that though, because you don't want things sliding around underneath your eyes. And then I'm just going to take our foundation brush.
Okay, we're getting a question. What advice do you have to avoid? Wait, I have bangs too. What advice do you have to avoid them getting greasy?
So I do my full face skincare at night, right? So I'll do serums and oils and everything on my forehead at night. But during the day, if you're going to wear your bangs down and you put an oil down and then you put your bangs right down on top, it doesn't matter what kind of oil it is, you're going to get greasy. So if I have like a dry flake or a dry patch, I'll like tap it into that area, but I'm definitely not like putting oil or moisturizer all over my forehead in the beginning of the day. I do it at night because you want to obviously moisturize everything. You can also take a tissue when you're done with your moisturizer and just kind of like pick some of that up. But yeah, don't put foundation there. Don't put as little as you need in any area of your face, because the most minimal product usage that you can get away with, really the longer that things are going to last.
Can I just talk about my favorite brush?
Please.
Okay. My favorite brush is this one, which is the foundation brush.
Okay.
I have tried, in fact, I don't know why I haven't bought 5 of them. Honestly, it is my favorite brush of all time. Like I use it for everything. I use it for, I probably shouldn't be, By the way, I wash them, and I'm big, and everybody knows at least once a week, if not a hell of a lot more. But like, I even use it when I'm using, like, if I'm doing a contouring, because I do like a little contour. But I use it for contouring. I use it for even like a little bit like blushing or powder. Like if I'm doing a contour, even like this edge, like for highlighting. I use this, like, this is my most
it's so multi-purpose.
But I love it with the stipple, because if I am using foundation, and apparently this color looks okay, Christine.
It looks really good.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
And that's why I like both of these together, because as you can see, even though this is supposed to be a shadow brush, it's like the same shape, just a lot smaller. So you can use them multi-purpose the same way. And so these are vegan hand-tied fibers. Also, just to let you guys know that all of our eye quads are vegan, our eye definers are vegan, and our brow products. So some of the things we already use, those are vegan for people who are curious. But vegan
I
hand-tied
didn't even talk about it. But yeah, we're cruelty-free. We are vegan. One of our products has beeswax in it, but otherwise vegan and gluten-free, with the exception of the brightening cleanser. So,
good to know. That's really good to know.
Okay, so I am trying, because you told me I can. I've never done this before.
Okay.
Velvet Glow. I'm using it in 123.
Use the tiniest bit, because it spreads really quickly.
Okay. As a concealer.
Just like a dot.
Like that?
Yeah. And for people who are watching for under eyes, because I think that's a question that people have a lot, you don't need to go all the way up, like into the part where your eye moves. You want to actually look at yourself straight in the mirror and figure out where your darkest sections are. And those are the parts that you should be concealing or correcting. Because if you bring it all the way up too high, if it's on a puffier area, it'll kind of do the opposite effect of what you want. You look great.
This is fantastic. Thank you. What do I recommend for washing brushes? Personally, sometimes I use our cleansers. I know that could get a little expensive. But I like using Dr. Bronner's soap.
Me too.
For my makeup brushes. You just get a huge bottle. I know it's a clean formulation. So I do that. And then in between, I will also spray with alcohol, especially with COVID. I also I'm a big stickler for that.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great
thing. I wash it, and I wash the heck out of mine. I'm loving this velvet. Look at this is great. I never thought.
Nada has a great video actually on her Instagram of the Velvet Glow application. So.
Oh, really? Oh, you'll have to share with me her Instagram so I know if I'm following the right person.
So I do want to set a little bit. So this is a tapioca-based powder. And
okay, you guys are gonna know how much this I do use. So I showed Nicole right now. Christine, don't be upset. But yep, I go in with this guy. I think I need one. Okay.
It's so good. It's like a powderless powder. Because I am not a person who enjoys powder.
What brush are you using?
This is the powder brush. Do you have this one?
No.
We have to get you that.
I don't. All right. Well, regardless,
send us a list.
I will be ordering the powder brush, because I'm like, wait.
But the blush brush that you're using, I love using that underneath the eyes, because that is the perfect thing to shape out underneath the eyes with.
Well, look at me shaping, everybody.
It's perfect.
Welcome to the Indie Lee Makeup Hour. Okay.
And the other thing I like to mention is you don't need to powder your whole face. Everything with makeup should be in moderation. It should be done with a purpose, I guess. You don't have to do it in moderation, but it should be intentional. You shouldn't be putting foundation all over because you think you should. You shouldn't be putting powder all over because you think you have to. I like some glow to the face, so I like to leave this whole area of my face unset, so my skin just has some of that movement and shine, but I don't want to look shiny, so I'll set through the center of my face, on my nose, and on my chin, and that just gives me a balance.
Someone just said they're frozen. Anyone else frozen? Since everybody's commenting and Christine's laughing at me, I don't think so. So I'm sorry for the person, Nancy, who is frozen. It could be your Wi-Fi.
And hopefully it pops back on.
Okay, what products would help with lip lines, like wrinkles above your lip? Things with sodium hyaluronic, like even our eye serum, as you saw me use. I go ahead and I put a little bit around my lips. Another thing is making sure that, when you're using exactly what Nicole was saying, I like to use, where did I put it? Right here. I like to use this at night. Like before I go to bed, I have one on my bed, on my nightstand. keep it hydrated. So prevention is better than a pound of cure. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure, whatever it is.
I don't know how it goes.
But I would absolutely say you can use the eye serum or any serums with sodium hyaluronate or hyaluronic acid. Those are the ultimate humectant. Would be great. Okay. I'm trying to answer the questions. So someone just asked you about, do you use SPF?
Do you use SPF?
We should not be having this conversation.
No,
okay, so no.
No.
Not because, not because I don't think you shouldn't be using SPF and that SPF isn't an issue. And however, I am allergic to almost every SPF I've ever tried. And not like, oh, I get a zit. I like break out in hives where and then I get like, it's bad. It's just not, I don't even care about it not being a good look. It's just painful. So I tend to not use a lot of SPF, to be honest.
I don't use SPF either.
I am also a vampire, so I stay out of the sun. So, but there are some great clean SPFs out there. So please don't think I'm saying you shouldn't use it. It's just like I won't lie to you and say yes. But if I am frolicking in the sun, I will of course have something on my face. I'll use like a Suntegrity or a Kula, or I've tried the new one that Credo has as well, the 11. But yeah, but you know what? Like I'll wear like a mineral powder or something. But I will have guys. I have a big old Jackie O Audrey Hepburn hat and fabulous sunglasses.
That's kind of what I like to do too. If I'm just in my daily life, I don't wear sunscreen because it just irritates my skin too much. The one that I found that I do like is the Suntegrity one in like that pump. Yes. That's the one that I like. If I'm going outside, if I'm going to be outside, no makeup on, like going climbing or just like in the sun a lot, I will use that. Yes. I feel like you definitely have to really wash off a sunscreen really well, like really deeply to get it off of your skin, which is why I don't feel, especially because I'm inside my house right now all the time, like I don't feel the need to wear it every day. But when I am wearing one, I wear Suntegrity. Otherwise, I like to do a hat.
Yep. And I haven't tried the new pressed powder either.
Me neither.
Okay.
No. I do want to show you guys what we have going on over here, though.
I know we're talking, but no one's left us so far, so we're capping.
I know. We don't want to go over for you guys, but we still have like a couple things, so hopefully nobody's bored yet.
It's going to be an hour and a half. Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't have that much stuff with me, and
I'm just showing some options. So
I don't want anybody to feel like I don't have like a love of Vapour lips. So.
Oh, I know that you have a collection over there.
These are only some, just so you know. I put others away because I'm like, wait, I just put. Oh wait, then I have these. These are just the ones that I have in my office, though.
So if you can show what the high voltage bullet looks like, these are 4 high voltage reds right here, and the high voltage is our most pigmented lipstick. It's a true lipstick. We have matte and satin finishes. So those are these shades right here, and I'm just putting reds on my hand because I think that's a great fall sort of thing.
I'm gonna use the red on my hand too.
Perfect. So that's the high voltage, and that's what I'm going to end up doing today. But if you want something that's a little bit more sheer, this next little row right here of 2, that's the lip Nectar, and those are more sheer. I would say the best one to start out with for like a sheer red, if you're afraid of red but you want to try it, is Coquette, which is the shade, and that's
what I have. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll show you both.
Looks really nice on everybody, so I really like that one.
There you go. That's the high voltage. Can you tell?
And you can see the difference.
Yep.
And then on the bottom are 2 of our different glosses. So this one is a true gloss right here. That's the Elixir Gloss formula. And this is the Velvet Gloss formula. And this is more of like a gloss lip balm hybrid. So we just have a lot of different red options. And these like sheer out, so it can look really, really natural.
I mean, their colors are, I'm showing you none. And by the way, I'm a red person. Okay, so look at this. This is Au Pair. Like, oh my God. And then I kind of think, and Christine or Trisha can tell me if I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like Pinup and Au Pair are a little bit like Pillow Talk, but clean from Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah. Au Pair, I feel like would be the closest for that. That's true.
Yep. I feel like, yeah, that's how I feel it. Okay. How do you choose the best red shade for your lips if you're unsure whether you have warm or cool undertones? That's a great question.
That's a really good question. So if you're just doing it online, it's harder. If you can be in a place where you can just hold something up in front of you, I think that's the best way to be able to tell, is holding a bullet like up out in front of your face. You can see it against your skin tone. If you can't do that, think about the sort of colors that you like to wear. So this is, like a deep jewel tone. This is like a sagey tone. Both of these have more like warmth to them than something that would be more of like a minty green. So something like this is a cool shade, where something like this is a warm shade. And think about the clothes that you wear, the type of jewelry that you like to wear. And if it is more of like a warm undertone or an earthy undertone for the clothes that you like to wear, warm shades will probably suit you a little bit more. If you like some of those icier shades or pastels look really good on you, clothing wise, then a cool red. I would say though that pretty much everybody looks good in a neutral cool red. And we have a lot of those shades just to take the guesswork out of it for you. And I'm gonna show you one of those on my lips today. Primal, I think, is one of the most universal reds that we have in the high voltage. And then Coquette would be the lip nectar formula. Oof. Coquette is the lip nectar formula. And this is also like a neutral red. So either of these two reds are a great starting place. They're going to look good whether you have cool undertones or warm undertones. An orange
my
red.
Primal is in my bag because I love it. So it's in my purse.
Which one are you going to try today?
I'm going to use Bold.
Okay, cool. Bold is my other
Please list the products. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, hey, Shanoa, I don't know if I'm hoping you're there. Is there any way when we send out an email, we can write the list of products on that email? Let me know, or maybe we do a follow-up email. So hopefully Shanoa is still here and she can text me that.
There she is.
Yes, we can send an email with product list. Thank you, Shanoa. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm not gonna be very good at this. Okay. All right.
So Danielle said that she had Share in her cart for a while. Share is a gorgeous, cool nude. So if you're looking for a cool nude, the color Share is going to look beautiful. If you're looking for a warm nude, Bear is going to look beautiful. And both of those shades, because they are nudes, are amazing eye bases. We don't have enough time. If you guys want to do another one of these things, let us know. I would love to do another one with you, Indy, and show you how to use high voltage as an eye color base, because that is like I feel like this is 1.0. We're doing first level of artistry, but we can go on to the next thing and I can show you how to use like the lipsticks as tinted eye bases.
Yes, and then I can get more lipsticks because
cool.
I don't have those, but I have like opaque. I mean, I have a Madam, all those. Okay, what am I doing?
So high voltage. I am gonna just do a stain first. I'm gonna show you what it looks like as a stain because you can wear these super sheer. And some of them are a matte formula, some of them are a satin formula.
I think this is satin.
Yours is satin, mine is matte, yep.
Yeah, because my other one is my Primal's.
Their Primal is matte.
Right, because my Primal.
But you can put it on really, really light, really, really sheer, or you can go in and use it full pigment. And then I'm gonna show you guys a trick with blush using the lipsticks. So I'm gonna have to look in a mirror for this because I definitely need to like have things super close to me.
So Nicole, things you probably never thought you'd be doing is well, no, you would. You're a makeup artist. Never mind. Things I didn't think I'd ever be doing is having people watch me put on my makeup.
It's definitely like I noticed that I make odd faces for sure.
Yeah, I open my mouth when I put on my mascara.
It just like helps your skin get out of the way, right? Like it helps.
Why is that? I'm not the only one, right?
Okay, so with the red, it's important to get the perfect lip line. So I like to get a base on first, and then I will take a small brush.
What?
I am like I'm really picky when I wear red lips because I want it to look perfect. It doesn't have to. Like if you didn't want to go in and perfect it, I would just take my finger right now and smudge it in and make it kind of blurry and messy on purpose. But if you wanted it to be perfect, take a little brush and you can go ahead and, do you have one?
Yes, I do.
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's kind of the shape that I have.
Yep.
And I'm just going to skim it along the edges.
With any shadow on it?
Oh God, I had eyeshadow on that. That's a bad
I
one.
was like, wait, we do that with shadow?
No, just it's an empty brush.
Shadow too. Yep, I'm not going to be doing that, friends.
I'm gonna have to switch over to a non-vapor brush over here. That's just a lipstick brush.
Okay, I'll use. I'm loving this. And everybody's saying this has been an informative, fun night. I'm so glad. I hope I'm entertaining for people. Oh, more questions. Hold on. For like a burnt orange terracotta color that's matte, what shade should I get?
Let me show you. So I love orangey shades. And one of my favorites, I think I actually have it right here. Blaze is matte, and Blaze is that nice kind of brickish red. That's the shade right here. My hands are so stained.
Blaze, right?
Blaze.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Best tips for hereditary dark circles, dark under eye circles, for hereditary. And thank you for saying that, because dark circles can also be dehydration, lack of sleep, and hereditary. But if you are, then you saw the concealer tips you can use. Concealer. I always say make sure you're keeping your that under eye area moisturized. Our Awaken eye serum, which is the GWP, we've had clinical testing done on it, and 100% on a corneometer testing, which is actually a tool test. 100% of the 34 participants saw measured for an improvement in moisture level from that eye serum, 100% and up to a 30% average increase in moisture. So definitely make sure you're using an eye serum. Make sure you're drinking enough water as well. Yeah. But then concealers, exactly the tips that Nicole was telling you.
And picking a concealer that has kind of like an orangey undertone. You don't want to match your concealer to your skin for the under eyes. Like my skin is really, really pale. And if I used a concealer that was like this shade underneath my eyes, it could go a little bit gray. I don't know if you guys have noticed that when you try to conceal underneath the eye, sometimes it just looks gray and dull. You need something that's going to counteract the purple or the blue, and the opposite of those colors on the color wheel is like an orangey, salmony, peachy kind of tone. So if you use a light version of that underneath, it neutralizes it and it'll make it look like it's your skin color. But it'll actually color correct.
All right. Another question we're getting is tip for older hooded eye, how to open them up more.
Okay. So it depends on like what area that the eye is hooded in. But if it's just like hooded in the outer section where a lot of people tend to be more hooded, that's like the only place that you would either add a little bit of shadow as depth. And then I like to use a really light shadow. So in the Archetype palette, there is a light shade. In all of our palettes, there's like a light shade, but I would place the lightness all the way through the center of the eye and right in here. If you have more of a hooded eye, or even if you are starting to have like a looser skin effect, so not even a hooded eye that you were born with, let's say, but age is kind of causing this area to sag a little bit, and you have a more prominent.
Let me show you what that looks like.
If you have a more prominent brow bone area now and everything is sagged here, you don't want to highlight this. You don't want to highlight the brow bone, because that's going to make this part stand out so much more, and it's going to just kind of like make this look more hooded. You want to just highlight this area and skip the light shadow up here.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. So let's do this last little tip here.
Okay.
And you're going to take your blush brush, Indy.
I've got 2 of those.
Okay. And you're going to tap onto your lips very lightly, very gently. Okay.
Look how kissable I am.
And then you're going to take that color.
Oh, because it pulls it together.
And you're going to lightly tap it in. And what I love,
I'd like to say that this is also sustainable, because look at how much you're using your product, and we are all about sustainability here.
It's so true. I mean, you could have done this whole thing with one eye pencil and one lipstick, and that would have been your look. But if you want to like spice it up, you can add in the eye quad. You can add a lip gloss on top. Like, there are so many options, but makeup doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be scary. It's fun and easy.
I'm loving this, guys. Well, please chime off, be here, but I definitely think we need to do like a 2.0 for more advanced looks. And I love doing it like this. It's hard to do on lives, like Instagram lives, because the comments are coming in too, but I do like this because people can ask their questions, etc. And we could also look into doing it where we can bring 1 or 2 people on stage with us. So you can also do with 2 of us, like different looks. So we can so if you guys are interested in that, chat.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you're interested. Okay, yes to a 2.0. Okay, we got 1. So there'll be 3. Okay, now there'll be 4 of us.
That's awesome. Because I feel like there's so much more to cover, and just having.
Okay, we're getting a lot of yeses. Okay, so we're doing a 2.0.
Cool.
Please, tips for hormonal acne. Love the products shown here. Oh gosh, hormonal acne. Okay, so guys, unfortunately, you have to realize that topical things are, your body is constantly changing. My best suggestion for people who are breaking out is take a look at things in our Clarity collection. Also remember, now not for hormonal acne, but just, for breakouts in the other run-of-the-mill, your gut health plays a large portion of that and those breakouts. So, breaking out around here is, your digestion. You've got the hormonal, when you get a lot of hairs because you're working out, you're not actually washing your face. There are all sorts of different causes to it. But I don't want people to think that there's a panacea of like, okay, well, if I just use this one product, because there are so many different types. I would say our clearing mask is fantastic.
That's really good.
It's a bentonite clay. It's got glycolic. It's got salicylic in it. Our overnight vanish solution, our overnight vanish gel. But I also think that our vanish solution, which is the drying lotion, is fantastic for vanishing those bad guys. That's all I can say. People are like, lost the video. Will they be sharing a special offer they mentioned? Please, love them both. Yes, guys, if don't worry, the promotion, everything's going to be emailed to you as well. But yes, and I think the code is happy. Is it happy?
Happy 20.
Happy 20.
Yes,
so that gets
but you will be getting an email too. But yeah, the code is happy 20. You guys can use that, and you do get gift with purchases on either of our site, which is really exciting. So if you have tried one of our products before and you want to try something from the other brand here, you also get a really cool gift with that. So I feel like it's a good to try it. Yeah, it's really nice.
I'll be going over to the Vapour site. Apparently, I need more pressed powder. I need some nudes. I obviously need a foundation, not a powder brush. Oh my gosh.
It's so fun to just start, learning little new techniques about things and then wanting to integrate that into your regular routine. So
yeah, exactly. Okay. I think we did it?
I think so. I just want to tell everyone who's watching, if there was a specific question that you had that you didn't get to ask, you can find Indie Lee. She has a personal, like herself Instagram and her business Instagram. We have the Vapour Instagram, or you can find me on my personal Instagram, which is just my name, Nicole Cudzilo, no spaces, no anything. And if you want to ask us more questions, whether you have them now or later, I love when people write to me. I have become friends with Sarah on here through the internet. And I know, Indy, you have too, but it's always really nice whenever you guys have questions, or if you want to learn more, just let us know. We'd be happy to help you.
Yeah, I just put my Instagram. So feel free, Nicole, to put yours in there, and Vapour's in there. And as Sarah knows, my personal one, like Michelle is our community manager on Indie_Lee. She's phenomenal. I am in there way more than they probably want me to be on there, but I love to answer all DMs. And I love answering comments. So that is me a lot of the times on our, I do a lot of the answering or also commenting on the personal, on the brand one, but on the personal one, guys, DM me. Like that's how you reach me. Believe it or not, yes, you can reach me directly on my personal Instagram account, and I answer every question there is. So that's important to me. Guys, I love this. This is so much fun, and I look great. So I'm actually heading out to go going nowhere. And shocking, there's no vodka in this one. I just joined in. Is this video recorded and saved? I was having an issue signing in. Rosie, yes, it is. I will be saving it down, and I'm sure I will be sending it to Vapour so they can put it on their YouTube or wherever they want to put them. And I will be putting it on our YouTube and a link to it on our website as well. And retinol, yay or nay, personal choice. All right, guys, thank you so much. Had a blast. Nicole, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so fun hanging out.
So great. I can't wait for 2.0. I have some quads here that I really want to learn how to use, like this one.
Yes.
Hold on. Is this the one that, yeah, I still don't know how to use this one either. So,
well, maybe we should do something with like one of the fun color ones, or maybe
really
like
haven't used that
tones.
Yeah,
and you guys to do a nice intricate eye, something a little bit just not as basic as a one color thing.
This wasn't basic for me. This is like my new look. So
well, you look amazing.
So tomorrow you guys are going to see me like this. Our YouTube is Indie Lee. You could just type it in. And if you go to our website or our Instagram, there are like those link trees so you can find it that way. Holiday looks. There
yes, definitely. And Vapour is going to be putting some holiday looks up on our Instagram and our website and stuff like that. But I think this would be a fun thing to do again in time for fun holiday festive looks.
I love it. And Nicole, believe it or not, they've all stayed with us. So
I know, it's amazing. No one's dropped off. Thank you guys so much. We really this was a blast for me, blast to get to hang out with everyone. And I love to get to actually interact with everyone. So this was the highlight of my week for sure.
And I saw more questions. So hold on. Let me just, before we hang up, let me just see. Okay, we did that one. Hold on. I'm just going through. Best tip did that. Burnt eye. You guys are fantastic. Okay, there you go. We got it all. All right, we did it. Guys, thank you. Have a great night. Guys, stay safe. And as I always like to say, kindness is the new currency. Spend it and spread it. It is free. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, now I have to figure out how to end this.
Danielle, Smolder Eye Definer.